Ну что, вторая часть пошла. Не знаю, чья сюжетка, конечно. Но сейчас, я думаю, узнаем.
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her.
Кокоми.
Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then.
Ну а чё ходить-то вокруг да около? Нам нужна Кокоми. Она хотела с нами встретиться, вообще-то. Гора.
Seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination, and marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive We could split into two teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from...
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
Да,
That's
здорово.
great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams.
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let...
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet. Watch yourselves.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on!
Да блин, это сопротивление, мы с ними даже долго-то и не были. Как они вообще до сих пор нас помнят. Фатоя. Ну, надеюсь, они лут хотя бы выплеснут. Это было бы замечательно.
Submit for judgment. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Наслаждайтесь. Не успею. Да, в смысле ты не попала? Она же прям насквозь прошла. Комрадс. Да, это прям так помогает, я смотрю. То, что ты начал его защищать. Как же ты меня бесишь, а?
Swift and merciful.
У меня только с водяными небольшие проблемы есть, на самом деле. Пробить нечем.
Spirit blade. Let's... A touch of frost.
Жалко, лут не кидается от них. Я бы хоть зафармил их. Они бы мне пригодились для будущего апа. Потому что меня всех апгрейдить сейчас потихоньку.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from... Let Paimon see! Oh, wow!
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them.
5 томов.
Serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for...
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough.
Captain, Are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence.
Как у вас
Your
дела?
Excellency says now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various... Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build...
The spirit of the resistance? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast.
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, I'm sensing
sure.
a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit.
Sounds good. Paima was just thinking. Ready when you are.
Да, поехали, чё. Расспросите бойцов. Пошли расспросим. Какая нам разница-то? Да ну, такой себе вид. Вот так видно намного лучше. Когда именно ночь, когда все летает.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish 2?
Да,
Oh, it
прикинь.
is you. Oh, you have our gratitude. I wasn't with Swordfish 2. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is, and all the more so now that you're back, seriously.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
Пойдем. У тебя что? Что расскажешь? Спишь, что ли?
Peace at last. Living the dream.
Ты спишь на посту, сука.
Don't I know you? I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm unsettled. Not that I would necessarily. I keep to myself. We're at peace now, finally. And I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My... Sorry that I can't be more help to you.
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him to rest and go find someone.
Пусть поспит дальше, да? Пока мир. Почему бы и нет? Все дрыхнут.
I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break.
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the...
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together for...
I knew it! The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive.
Shh, keep your voice down. So...
Hey there. What you talking about?
Captain, you're back.
Что нового?
Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of our closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks...
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there.
Это есть та самая деревня, типа? Где находится Кокоми?
Admit it. We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods. I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing bit.
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island. Let them take him away.
Что происходит? О,
Kokomi, there you are! Something's going down over here.
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has...
I haven't!
That will do.
let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Better?
Cringe.
Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of what, but before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely... Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity.
Of course, I can explain I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on... but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now you think about that. First I lose all my inventory.
And why should we believe you?
Мы видели
So
фото.
what? That doesn't prove they took his good, and even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands.
What? The Tenryou Commissioner colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already... We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't... But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention...
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss... But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the... Sir, are you quite certain that you're...
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that...
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident, however... If we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, I mean, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation?
А у меня есть выбор. Конечно.
Good. I look forward to
Он
seeing
вроде
how
был,
you
но
progress lately.
небольшой.
I also have a few new things to teach you.
Пошли.
If we do find the merchant's goods...
Я не буду бежать все это время и слушать какие-то там другие рассказы. Захочешь что-то рассказать, Паймон, рассказывай сейчас.
Between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
О, Фатуй слева стоит.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about.
Угу. Скорее всего.
From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui...
Looks pretty...
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't
Да
given
давай я
away
их
our
просто
enemies in the
отмудохаю.
light while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. I
Три
thought you
варианта.
won. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is if we strike from above and take down their leader first. The rest of them will be hard option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal... They'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and... Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor. You add a touch of light.
У меня нет молнии, не пользуюсь.
That's our grand strategist. It's a lot...
That will depend on our assessment of our own ability. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. But if we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be...
Атаку давай.
There's the swordfish captain I know. It's decided then. Let's fight this one together. We should take them down as quickly as possible and
Ну Кокоми как хилер, как я знаю. Хороший такой. О, меня уже заметили.
Everybody stand back!
Бежал, мразь. Где ты там? О! Да, блять, ты издеваешься надо мной? Появись, трус. О, конец-то.
The king is overthrown. Only the pawns remain.
Давай добьем. Какая разница-то?
I'm going in.
Swift and merciful, submit for judgment.
А, я плаваю, не надо. Иди туда, короче, братан. Ну что это такое? Все, он телепортнулся, прикиньте. Просто дрались. Бам! Поставь-ка вот это, пожалуйста. Это ж вроде хил. Ну. Хоть похилюсь, на. Просто последний удар, добивающий. Какая там тактика? Я бы и так всех разнес. Кстати, Кокоми мне реально нужна вот именно как хилер вместо Барбары. Вот это было бы просто замечательно на самом деле.
I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant story.
All right, time to take. Hey, look here. Could these belong to the merchant?
Хрен его знает.
This place is chock full of bomb-making material. So these are the Fatui food supplies? Kokumi!
Кокоми.
We found the merchant's stuff. Look.
I see.
Что задумалась?
Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen good food, medicine, farming tools, all essential for post-war recovery. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has, in all likelihood. He's just an opportunistic merchant.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go.
Don't worry. I had already, in my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely.
Kokumi, you think of everything.
I wish that were true. Take this alleged the low energy. Nothing. Come on. Let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against.
Got it. First we mend the peace.
Да пора бы, уже бы все пожрали по 100 раз. А то чё мы туда-сюда слоняемся вечно? Да и Паймен постоянно голодает. Это вообще какая-то машина для еды, постоянно хавать хочет. О, редиска. Ой. Хуя у вас диалог, я случайно на вас нажал. Дайте морковку лучше. Я тут сейчас все собираю еще по полной программе. Меня, кстати, очень сильно раздражает прокачка вот этой подруги Саю, потому что, чтобы возвысить, нужно вот это говно собирать. А мне так впадло это делать на самом деле. Йоу. Мы разобрались.
My goods. You got them back, huh? Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you. See, I told you I was.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, had it been the case, Then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some...
But what...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As...
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains coming to me with your crazy conspiracy.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temper. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proved...
Wait a minute, but...
Ну ты попал.
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case. But our people know what... I know the peace talks are coming up, so...
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further... I'm going to take these items back to the...
А, пошли, господи, можно даже не спрашивать.
Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
Раз уж есть опасения с переговорами, может, я, блин, с тобой, что ли, прогуляюсь, попижусь там с ними. И с Фату, и Сингю, или как они там, блин, втрои-то.
It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
Что мы там будем делать? Ай, подлагал как.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located, it was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the but after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust... I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be...
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy... Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You...
Thanks for your concern.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shoguns, if we reconcile with them, the god who once protected...
Come on, it's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be...
I know, it's just...
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options.
Wonderful. We're all count...
Там можно сфотографировать вид. Давай далеко не будем ходить. О.
Well, I'll be fancy meeting you at a place.
Что случилось?
Do you know? My daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sen, I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from her just look at her excellency, still so young, but so mature and...
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look...
Your Excellency, boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Oh, Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish too? Will he be based on Watatsumi Island from now on?
А меня нельзя спросить?
Please, remain calm, everyone. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the... Are you alright?
Да в полном.
This kind of thing is water...
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial...
Oh, We retrieved those already.
Really? That's fantastic. You never ceased. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting.
That's today?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely.
I see. I was hoping
Ну, в
to
следующий
take a
раз
walk.
погуляем.
Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine.
Мгм.
Victory feast! Just to be clear, we're talking lots of delicious food.
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island.
Great! See you tomorrow then!
Она реально очень устала. Дождитесь утра. А тут долго-то ждать-то не придется. Ну, конечно, блин, как только она появилась в деревне, сразу толпа такая прибежала. Ваше Величество, Ваше Величество. Кошмар какой-то. Ну, типа, это командир, вот это вот мне просто сейчас бесило. Это командир, он остается здесь жить? Блядь, ты у меня спроси. Зачем у нее спрашивать, когда я рядом стою? Это как-то неуважительно.
Kokomi isn't here yet.
Он цепается, наверное.
That's weird. She doesn't. How is she still not here? Do you think she? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency?
Mhm.
I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's...
So strange. Guess we should.
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, her... let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts... The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before... As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of
No,
the
no.
boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times.
Kokomi really does think of everything. All right, let's.
Идите на юг. Может, просто это пахнуть? Так проще будет. Вдруг это наверху, потому что залезать потом будет достаточно проблематично. Не, это внизу. Ну ладно, в принципе, оттуда тоже было бы неудобно.
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere.
Не звезди.
Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive?
А вот это не смущает?
It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look.
Фото? Ты про это? О! Вот она отдыхает.
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready.
It's you. I apologize.
Что случилось?
Sick? We'll go find a doctor.
No. It's nothing like that.
You run on energy?
No, it's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but... You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read, constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure you're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, well, all but because of my bloodline. I was always going to end up being the divine priestess, so whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose myself in a book. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for I have to make a speech tonight. And I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I was reading a book last time I was here, but... I only got about halfway.
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you, to help you recover.
You do that?
Угу.
I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Ну, все равно у тебя такой странный голос.
Whoa, look at all these so does Kokomi make time to deal with these even? Sangonomiya events cash flow statement. Consolidated annual report on fish. This is a lot of work for one person. And it's on top of all the directives she has to write. Let's try.
Тайную базу Кокоми. Не сказала бы, что она прям тайная.
Could this be the book she wanted?
Ух ты. Командир отряда Рыбы Меч 2 сегодня вернулся. Энергии плюс 4. А? Ага. Ага. Ну, вот эта цифра, конечно, приятная.
Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy.
That's just.
А если и видели, во всем виноват Пайман.
Here.
Это дневник ее.
That was the wrong one. Let's keep looking.
Спалилась.
It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one. So she must have finished reading those already.
Ну, она говорила, то, что она постоянно туда приходит и читает книги, причем до Талова. В прошлый раз она остановилась на половине.
Ooh, it's pretty dense. Well, let's take it up.
Кокоми.
Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure actually. Could you read a bit out loud?
Yes. That... Kokomi? Kokomi!
Пусть спит.
No, she's fallen asleep. Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner. She's got so much to do.
Да пусть отдыхает.
You sure that's a good idea?
Да.
She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's still
Avoid disaster. The war's over.
Он еще храпит, бля.
You're slowly getting better.
У нее храп такой.
What time is it? Did I fall asleep?
Успеваю, не переживай.
You've been out for ages. It's
I can't believe it got so late. I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there.
woohoo! Kokomi's back to full.
А, вот это уже наверху. Просто ну его нафиг ее будить. Ну блин, она и так постоянно чем-то занимается. Надо дать ей все-таки время перевести дух. Приятный костерчик, кстати. Дождитесь вечера. 6 часов. Да, что тут ждать, господи. Чпок, и все. А, забагалась. Заебись. Звук.
Looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
That's great. We'll be rooting.
Welcome, everyone. Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for Peace Talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, It is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory.
No!
Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. I still
Сведения.
have no further leads regarding the issue of potential, and I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
Я говорю, давай мы просто ебало начистим всем. Где эта хуйня, которую я видел? Глаза мозолит просто уже. Я же стараюсь тут все выполнять теперь. Буквально все. Ты где? Мы туда еще сейчас вернемся, на этот пир. В принципе, это пока не срочно. А вот это может быть срочно, потому что я потом забуду об этом. Ты опять на другое дерево полетишь! Не смей наверх лететь. Мразота. У меня энергии мало. Где у тебя твоя статуя? Это чё? Хрень. Мне придется с вами драться, да? Тупо ловушка, блин. Отвечка. Да, сука. Сами нарвались. Да ладно вам. Задолбайтесь меня убивать. На. А, хотя бы залутал. О, вот этим я точно сейчас не хочу заниматься. Вот эти вот монолиты. Мне это реально падают. А надо переключать сейчас персонажей, чтобы они это все включили. А мне реально это впадлу делать. Где там этот? Вон он. И вот наверху там есть еще этот кристаллик, который я бы забрал на самом деле. Сразу. Эть, успею. Ага. А, ну это легко, в принципе. Главное, правильный обзор сделать. Оп, все. Даже есть еще один? Я какой-то другой пропустил? What? Где? А какой я взял тогда, получается? Угу. Ну, тебя, в принципе, достать можно. Если у меня делюк сейчас прыгнет правильно, вот так вот, то достать мы достанем. Эти электрокулы надо собирать в большом количестве теперь. Все равно придется и так эти статуи апгрейдить.
Watatsumi Island is finally recently. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit.
Рыбы, ну это ничего.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her excellent.
Okay, well, thanks.
Какие-то сведения собираем. Кабацава. Что у тебя интересного? Колбаса.
Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had this. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is.
Ну, этот стопудово что-то разболтает интересного. Особенно если запугать. Меня не порни только.
This guy smells.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish, you actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run.
Nuh-uh. We would never run from a fight.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the resist? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can.
Серьезно?
This guy. What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
Ну как же?
We'll see about that.
Будь ты уверена, я там с Архонтом Электрик хуярился. Думаешь, я тебя-то боюсь? Вот и все. Ой. Улетел парень.
You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellency chose you.
Райден вспомнил. Я постоянно забываю имена здесь.
You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us.
Только этот персонаж меня вообще не прокачан, по-моему. 60 уровень только.
Comrade, will you join us? We made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission.
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the.
Yes, that's exactly what we're. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's what's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back. And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another vision?
Не, Райден точно так не сделает, потому что если она так сделает, то я опять-таки вернусь и надеру ей задницу.
We are the resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun. But we can't. Surely you agree with that.
His point does kind of make sense. But yeah, everything you said just now is. Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. For the sake of victory, we embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore?
Ну да, лучше пойти херачиться, блин, со всеми, и пусть все голодают еще при этом. Блять, о чем вы думаете, нахрен? Из ваших пожеланий о сражении реально будут страдать другие еще при этом. Нафига?
You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle?
Мы все кого-то потеряли.
Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt Decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sango Namiya.
Too late? What do you mean? Darn. Doesn't seem like. What are we gonna do? This is really serious.
Ну да, нужно ей все рассказать. Иначе это полный звезд будет. Да при этом еще Кокоми постоянно переживает за это все дело. Мол, мало ли какая-то реально ловушка там все-таки ожидает. А это просто эти заболтались, запизделись. Кокоми. Ну.
So, we found out a few things. The whole thing about the Tenryou Commission colluding, they wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war.
I see.
Все нормально?
I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier. I think I understand what Kozin means when he says it's... The talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the location. I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite...
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the...
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team, it would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryou, not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot.
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Угу. Сколько ждать? Угу. 10 утра. Ну, опять же таки, недолго. Блин, ну реально, лучше как-то нам сменить этих стражей-то. А то они все испортят. Реально начнется опять новая война. А, следующего дня? Не хуйня. Ну на. Следующего дня, так следующего. Она сказала, что мы здесь встретимся. Так что можно и здесь подождать. Тупо ждуна включаем и все, и ждем. Где ты там, красавица?
Well, the peace talk here. Take these
Чего?
are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure, but I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than 187 possible outcomes.
Нифига ты продуманная.
I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to adapt with speed.
Wow, this is huge.
А не проще, если там просто какие-то начнутся проблемы, всех распинаю. Это же самый простой вариант.
Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinate. Wow, there are so many. But you've thought of a solution to each one.
Да мне кажется, пока найдем именно то, что случилось, там уже всех порешают.
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It isn't, but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to shoulder. But would you be
Конечно, помогу. А я могу посмотреть вот этот том, где 180 с чем-то там ситуация разбирала она? Фига вы место нашли. Очень неудобное. Почему на открытом пространстве? Почему не знаю, в какой-то кафешке там посидеть, я не знаю. Либо в хате краски Райден. Здесь Сёгун тусуется. Интересное место. Бля, я спущу-ка я пониже чуть-чуть. Мало ли. Подожди, Сара? Или мне показалось? Угу, Сара.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
Я просто присутствую.
He's here to bear witness to the proceedings. He experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Тем более, Сара, мы тебе помогли тогда. О, все. У нас нейтралитет с ней. Бля, это сюжетка долго.
During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to...
That's fine. But if they're paying taxes, They should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize—
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of— not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's—
Let's leave that aside for now then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national—
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take everything away from us.
Блин, придурочный.
Comrades, never trust the Kujo. Let's get them. Protect Madam Kujo.
Стопэ, ребята, иначе всех отпинаю.
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73?
Пайман, давай быстрей.
Which one is it?
У меня девочка умная, давай. Ну, Сара тоже не хочет сражаться. Стоять, блядь.
Kokumi! Which scenario number is this in the directives?
The last one. But hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. The situation has changed. Please rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island—
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now!
Сара прям такая строгая. Но при этом с честью.
Speak. Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
Так.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. Then we'd see how it went. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation. How anyone from Watatsumi Island even found out about it, I have no idea.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil.
Сеньоры, что ли?
One day, I will hunt them down. Every last one. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace talks.
Конечно, продолжим.
But of course, Madam Kujo, I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now, but we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing from here on out.
Ну, конечно, она накосячила сейчас.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a formidable commander. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather taxing. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryou Commission's internal issues.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some assistance. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you. That way, you can capture them all in one fell swoop.
I will bear this in mind. Thank you. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency, we...
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Пизда им. Этим охранникам. Хотя, отчасти они хорошо, что залетели, потому что выяснилось, что все-таки реально у них был отчасти сговор, и Сара об этом узнала. В итоге переговоры как-то пошли более мирно, так что я бы их не наказывал на самом деле.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your action. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace. Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this...
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means...
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, but you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water.
But...
Я то же самое говорил.
I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours, either way. We are ready to accept sentencing under...
Very well. Then I hereby declare...
Ничего не делать.
that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the training...
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive, and I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro, and if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
Я бы так же поступил. Типа, а что наказывать, в принципе? Столько спалилось.
I think that's finally everything. I can feel my energy levels starting to drop.
Что, тебе книжку опять почитать? Ну, пойдем. Не, смотри, не тут прям. Не в тайной базе, а рядом с деревом стоит.
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored. Recovering. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected of a divine priest.
Ну, Горо лучше не отправлять на переговоры, потому что Сара уже привыкла к себе Кокоми. Поэтому, если она увидит Гора, там, сомневаюсь, что переговоры как-то будут проходить более-менее хорошо.
In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. In short, I've still got some maturing to do.
Нихуя себе просьба. Ух. Глава завершена. Можно вот это открыть теперь. И Эоло хочу открыть. Все, 5 сюжеток осталось. 5, мать его, сюжеток. Это 5, сука, серий. Вообще-то. Но они уже будут в другие разы.